If you are an international student looking to work in Canada, visa sponsorship jobs are an ideal option to kickstart your career. After all, the Government of Canada reported that immigration accounts for almost 100% of Canada's labour force growth in 2021. In recent years, Canada has experienced a significant pace of immigration. Immigrants from all over the world make up more than a quarter of Canada's employment. Canada's aging population and the low birth rate have resulted in more chances for immigrants to join the workforce. As a result, Canadian employers are increasingly looking for immigrants who have the necessary qualifications to keep their companies running. While Canadian companies don't necessarily sponsor foreign workers, they do assist in applying for a Labour Market Impact Assessment (LMIA) on your behalf to Employment and Social Development (ESDC). This department works to improve the standard of living and quality of life of those living in Canada. They oversee the labor market and ensure that there are fair and equitable employment policies implemented. This is the most challenging part of working in Canada. A positive labor market impact assessment (LMIA) will allow you to apply for a work visa. Getting a work permit in Canada should be a priority in your journey. Making sure that you're hired by an employer that is willing to do that process for you and take on the costs of the application is super important. 5 Canadian companies that sponsor foreign workers. Google Canada, based in Toronto. Google Canada has a huge international staff network. There are jobs available for all types of professions in engineering and technology, sales, legal and design. Because Google is an equal opportunity leader, they don't discriminate on race, color, national origin, disability, or gender. Your chances of getting hired at this global company branch in Canada are much higher if you have many years of experience and can speak English or French fluently. There are plenty of sponsorship jobs in Canada available at Google. PH Farming, one of the big Canadian companies that sponsor foreign workers, is Parish Heimbecker Limited, PH, a Canadian family-owned company with over 100 years of agricultural experience. Founded in 1909, PH is a growth-oriented, diversified, and vertically integrated company with activities in grain marketing, crop inputs, flour milling, and feed mills. Parish Heimbecker Limited assists Canadian producers and food manufacturers who sell crops and baked products to local and international markets. Parish Heimbecker Limited uses its well-established asset network, strong customer connections, and continuous infrastructure development to serve Canadian farmers from seed to final export, and every step in between. Because agriculture is a huge industry in Canada, farming companies like PH want to hire foreign workers to fill the labor gap and ensure that there's always food on the table. While farming falls under unskilled work, having some experience and being a younger person will benefit your application. KPMG, another way of finding sponsorship jobs in Canada, is looking at financial companies. KPMG is an auditing and tax advisory company based in Vancouver, Canada. Not only do they provide careers in the financial industry to experienced professionals and executives, but to students in training as well. They brand themselves as being inclusive and placing diversity and equity at the forefront of their recruitment. KPMG Canada is committed to fostering a courteous, inclusive, and barrier-free workplace in which each individual may bring their entire self to work. They believe that workforce inclusion, diversity, and equality benefit the company and enrich the work culture. It also allows the company to develop relationships with their clients, colleagues, and communities. The variety of their employees mirrors the diversity of their customers and the communities in which they work. These values are depicted in their multicultural staff. Scotiabank, the Bank of Nova Scotia, also known as Scotiabank, is a global Canadian banking and financial services corporation based in Toronto, Ontario. It is the third biggest Canadian bank by deposits and market capitalization, one of Canada's big 5 banks. The bank offers various careers depending on your passion and direction. If you enjoy establishing relationships, you may enjoy working in the retail banking team. Do you want to develop digital experiences that are both smooth and secure? Join the bank's technology department and become a part of the future of banking. If you want to improve your financial knowledge, consider finance and accounting job openings. Learn about commercial banking in order to assist clients in growing their businesses. You can even earn and develop as you work with industry-leading clients by joining Scotiabank's Global Banking and Markets Division. Scotiabank's reputation stems from its employees. Their open culture promotes diversity, and their numerous awards derive from this good atmosphere. They pride themselves on nurturing bold ideas, professional development, and mutual respect. Their inclusive work environment is a welcoming space for foreign workers. They're always looking for new members to join the team. Elastic Path. The final entry of this list of Canadian companies that sponsor foreign workers is Elastic Path. Elastic Path is a headless commerce solution that integrates templateless e-commerce as middleware into enterprise resource planning. The solution is API-based and is aimed primarily at enterprise-level organizations. Find careers at this Vancouver-based company in business development, HR, marketing and product development, sales and more. Work permits. A work permit is a document or card that allows you to work in Canada. After you find sponsorship jobs in Canada that will secure you an LMIA, you need to secure a work permit. There are two types of work permits. Open work permit. This type of work permit has no limits. The work permit contains no information about the employment of the company. It doesn't even require a labor market impact assessment, LMIA, or an offer of employment. Getting a work permit in Canada does not have to be complicated, but you must meet the following requirements. Are a spouse or common law partner of a temporary foreign worker in occupations classified as Level O, A, or B by the National Occupation Classification (NOC), are a spouse or common law partner of overseas students enrolled full-time, are an international student that has just completed their studies in a Canadian post-secondary institution, employer-specific work permit. This type of work permit has limitations. It specifies the type of employment and the name of your employer, restricting you to that specific position. If you wish to work for another company, you must apply for a new work permit, but, in most situations, you will retain your current work permit. To get this form of work visa, you must have a job offer and a labor market impact assessment, LMIA. You can apply for a work permit once you have met these two conditions.